Welcome to Uncle Style Farming. This is the Uncle Style Farming series, guys. We got our home ranch right here. We got my Ford Ranger right here. We got our nice pots and plants, and then we have my wife's car, of course, and then my Mustang and stuff. And we got a nice truck, and then my camper. I don't know what the heck happened to it. Don't question it. It wasn't like that earlier. I think it bugged out. And then we got a truck and a tractor and a mower and stuff. But yeah, we gotta head to the farm today. The uncle said the planting needs to be started, so I'm gonna let the truck warm up here and head to town. But yeah, we gotta go. Leave the house and stuff. See, I've been slowly but surely cutting the grass, and then, well, this happened today, of course, so yeah. There we go. Head into the farm here and stuff, so not bad. Ugh. I'm tired. I've been working on this for like almost 3 days in a row, guys. Actually, right about 3 days, actually. I started out Friday, and then now it's Sunday, April 12th. So, started on the 10th through the 12th. Well, technically 2 days, actually. But my math is kind of stupid, so don't even know. Man, it's hot in my room, ain't gonna lie, guys. But slowly but surely, the drip's still a little wet. It never rained, so I don't know. I think I get it. But if you guys kind of wonder what this map, if you guys can kind of tell, this was the anhydrous map we did with the anhydrous ammonia. So some of that stuff, because I decided to use this map while I had the chance anyway. So why not? So we're pulling up to the uncle's farm and stuff, and I'm going to give you guys a quick tour of what he has. And I'll show you guys from there. Well, over here is our outside storage lot for him, and he has an old silage truck, Dimco, an old rake, an old silage trailer, an old vertical till, anhydrous bar, anhydrous tank, staking, whatchamacallit, there's a tiller thing, old bale trailer, old cedar thing, and then a plow, and then a header and stuff. And you guys probably wonder why there's a single out bush. Well, there used to be an old truck. It's an old truck, an old maintenance truck. It's been sitting there for years, actually. One day, it just broke down, and he couldn't even get it to run. He couldn't even get it to move, so since then, it's just sat there. And kind of over here is our main farm area. We got our old dryer, or newer grain setup, old grain setup. Looks like he's here already. See, I have one of my trucks over here. See, that's the shop. Got some older equipment sitting out here. A whole bunch of junk and crap. Just stuff, general farm stuff. Pulling up here is like our grain bin style. Right here, it's been there for years. And then it's kind of into, we got to get planting today too. But we got our hay setup, the cedar setup, the old semi setup, and I'm gonna show you guys what we go on here. And then we got 2 American flags. Probably just go back the truck up somewhere else. I'm gonna back the truck up out here and stuff. So we do have to get seeding ready, and I don't know what we're planting first. I think we're going to be planting corn this year. The big field, 36 is corn, 25 and 33 is beans. But in here we have our pallet storage, and then we use this not very often, actually. He hasn't used this, and he only uses it like once or twice a year. He only uses it for tillage, and he don't use it this often, but it's an old Big Bud 650. He's had it for years, and he actually his grandfather bought it, actually, for him. And then this is one of the semis. Old International, but he said it's had some issues, but he parked it right here. Sorry guys, I'm drinking some water. He said it probably has a dead battery, maybe in a few tire issues right now. He hasn't used it in a while. He said he's always used the old semi and stuff. More reliable. But coming in here, we have our 4755 for the baler or anything like that. 7810. 8535, 8345R, and then an 8100 and an old Ford tractor right sitting in there. I think we're gonna be using the old Ford on a pull. No, I don't think we need plowing done today. This year, I think we're just gonna pull out the big bud on the vertical till. Actually, coming in here, we have our shop. This Can-Am. This is my truck, of course. He owns International, and we both own this Dodge. He's currently working on the old 7160 case axle flow. We got our second biggest tractor, Versatile Ford 1156, the 4955, and then our little forklift. But first, we gotta. Cat was working on a little bit of the headlights and stuff, so he brought that toolbox over. But we need to go pick up the seed first, so I'm gonna let that warm up this morning. And of course I gotta get out the main tractor I'm gonna be using on the farm right now. Cedar. And then he said everything else besides the big bud will not run. The big bud actually hates starting, so we're gonna go pick up some seed first. And I don't know how much our seed bill's gonna be, but we got fertilizer and stuff, so we are gonna go out. So the only reason why I need to go grab a can of ether is because it has a horrible way to start, and sometimes it's starting about it, but after he kind of stopped using it because he modernized the big other style equipment and stuff, he just doesn't need the big butt as much, but he still wants it. So, and honestly, I actually kind of low-key bought it off of him too, though. I'm slowly but surely paying him to buy it. I've paid maybe like 13. I think it's worth like. Oh no, how much it's worth? It's worth a good chunk of money nowadays. So we're about to see how much. Let's see how much. It's worth almost 13, like 400,000. I've paid over 200,000 to him so far. Stuff. So I bought it off of him for 200,000, but it can be worth more. So, and this is me having a joint bank account now, so I do need to get seed. This is the seed station. Let me plant some corn first today, so that's kind of luck. I'm gonna eat up the bill. Well, we do own this. Oh! I haven't even finished filling up. I want a full tank of seed. Okay. $7,000. That's a lot. I don't want to know what the bill was. Gosh, that's a lot of money, man. But yeah, I'm really excited to keep running this series, guys. Ain't gonna lie. I've worked on this series a lot. And I'm hoping you guys are gonna like this series. And it's gonna be a really fun series. And so I love the Uncle Style Farm series. I love dedicating my time on it. Actually, I'm gonna pull up a different way. I want to show you guys this one way. I love this particular way. I'm actually gonna have the gates open first, though, before I pull up. More authentically have it, and also I don't want to roll down the hill just in case. When he first installed this gate one day, this semi particularly, we knew it had an air brake issue actually. At one point, he just didn't know about it. We knew it was slowly but surely leaking air, and then one day he parked it, and then it let go, and it went down the hill. Luckily it stopped, but it did that once. So since then he's kind of just stopped running the parking semis up there visually. And we don't usually bring tractors. He sometimes has. We need to fix that. It's been horrible over the years, so I didn't realize how bad it was, but good grief. Come on, girl. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave this out right here. We're just gonna go ahead. I do know I have a can of ether in here. Make sure I have it with me. Yep. I'm gonna let it warm up before I grab everything else out for today. So, you know she don't like it, so. There we go. I'm gonna warm up. She definitely don't like warming up a lot. She hates, like, he did go over everything actually. Me and him did and stuff. So we did do that already. I need to make sure this tractor has over a good amount of horsepower. I want to make sure it's enough for that cedar though. We're running 345. I think that's plenty enough, but I want to make sure. Oh, perfecto. We have more than enough horsepower. A little extra. Got an extra, good extra bogies under here, so. I know we could be using a good size, but more fertilizer tanks. But this is when he bought it. It's a little newer. He ended up selling a smaller size. He ended up having smaller size and bought this, and this is what it came with. Way more expensive to add more tanks right now. And he could have done it, but he had justified it as could be useful, but he is trying to save up a little extra money because you know we got more stuff coming out soon. Oh, we're full in here. Or dang. Next, we're just gonna grab that little forklift. I want to do a little bit of seating before we. I am just gonna open it up and test everything out, and then he's probably gonna get to work a little bit. He has a doctor's appointment later today, so he may not get started, but he has got to leave in a few hours and stuff. So we may just get ahead and go do our tillage and stuff. But we are making this extra long because we did have that issue the other day, guys. And I kind of want to make some extra longer videos just for fun of it. I am going to grab this from the top, actually. And I do know field 29 needs to be tilled up and stuff. So we're going to head out to 29, because we're leaving 7 what it is. This may not fill it all the way up, actually. I'm going to get the rest of that pallet. But yeah, he's kind of got this off of an auction the other day. He actually bought this, like, during fall of last year, during harvest. You know, I found this off an auction, and we talked about it, justified to buy it. We bought it for, like, 25, like 15. Let's see, how much is it usually newer? Another one goes for, we bought it for 20K actually, and it actually was pretty reasonable. We actually got it actually for 17.5 actually, so that was really nice, getting a good deal on it. Smoking deal is what it was. I don't know why, like, after harvest, we went to help a neighbor with some stuff, and then we put it out there, and then it just kind of died, the top, and then one day went to start it, and bam, it just kind of started. We didn't have time to mess with everything, so we just said, screw it, leave it. I did wish we had an option for, that, because I don't remember seeing an option at one point for, I don't think there was an option at one point for, oh, this had none, that's why. Go figure. And I'm gonna go ahead here and, make sure GPS follows the rest. You know, we don't need to really add too much nitrogen here. So this is kind of just our test run here. Yeah, it's going to need rolling, but everything's perfectly good, actually. That's really good. But let's see. We did do an oil change last time we did tillage with it. Since then, everything's been pretty good. I don't know, maybe it was last year, I don't know, I gotta talk to him. He's gonna take off later anyway. And I probably gotta run into town and have to buy this car. We're gonna do no-till on that particular part, as I gotta head all the way to the far part, so no really personal good time to do that. I just want to see if it will work, or else you give up. Or this. It says it's blocked and then it goes, so. Nope. It wasn't going to do it. And she does go pretty fast, though, for what she is. Actually, we gotta go to 33 first, actually, because I'll just go to 29 later. Why not? Go ahead and unfill her really fast. Goodness. I know it looks like it already is, but we need to redo the finishing touch on it because you guys could tell, I usually like going over, even if it has been cultivated, I do this usually with a finishing touch to it, and like the mulching and stuff, and BT it way better and stuff. I like to make sure the bed's way nicer. But guys, thank you for watching today's episode of the Uncle Style series. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.